I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. Go. See what we can draw in 5 minutes. Oh yeah, this is my 3D printed, I call it the Tom Sorrow head model, because there's a Sorrow head model is the original one, and then I made my own, and my name's Tom, so my name's actually Cloud, but my real name's Tom, so that's one. Tom Sorrow head model. It's probably confusing, but this is basically like a low poly head model for artist stripe, and it poses, as you can see. It has a tilting base, so you can pose it. And I sell these. They're 3D printed. I print them myself, and they're $20, free shipping to the United States. On sale right now at clouddraws.com. Link in description. I like to warm up with this every day and struggle with drawing. I never said I was good at drawing, you know? So I'm just learning, just like you. Yeah. Just kind of never said I was good at it, so. I think today I'm gonna do an upside down drawing though. I did, saw a video yesterday that was talking about drawing upside down, and you know how that activates the right side of the brain, which is the less like judgmental, analytical part of your brain. It's more artistically inclined. And I tried it yesterday, and it was really liberating. So I'm going to do that today. I encourage you guys to do that. There's a book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain that I have, but I saw a video from a newish creator, a smaller creator. I forget his name, sorry. But he has a video that seems like it's blowing up, so you'll probably see it anyways if you follow a lot of art people, art tutorials. But yeah, he made a video about this book. Alright, I got like 1 minute. We got no time here. Oops, he looked happy and then I made him sad. But anyway, so we're going to draw upside down today. Not for the warm-up, but I found yesterday it gave great results. Just like you'll get with my Asaro head. My Asaro head, it comes in white and also gray. They're posable. Stand comes for free, comes with it. You won't be disappointed. It'll be worth it. $20, free shipping to the US. I think that's a great deal. I also plan on selling, you know, pencils, pens, paper, sketch pads, sharpeners, erasers, shoot, maybe even paint, maybe watercolor gouache in the future. Who knows? I want to have my own art store. Oh, I'm gonna have more 3D printed stuff too, though. Okay, anyways, we gotta get going. This turned out fine because it's a warm-up. Doesn't matter. Cool. That's 5 minutes. And now I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer. And we're gonna do our lady here. Oh yeah, okay. Upside down. Here we go. Whoa! Okay, I flipped it upside down and horizontally, so that when I turn my paper around, I don't know. Anyway, the important thing is for it to be upside down. Mine's also horizontal for some reason, but yeah, it yesterday when I did this, it really like freed me from judging. Like almost everything I drew, I was like kind of happy with, but I was also going slower and trying more. It was weird. It was like, because it's like you know what you're drawing, but you also don't really know what you're drawing. It's pretty cool. And when I was done, I was in the state of just being like, I was happy with what I drew, even though it didn't look that much like the reference. But I didn't really care for some reason. I just thought, hey, I drew something cool, you know? I was just juiced about the fact that I drew something at all. And that's the thing that keeps us from drawing, right? Is we think, oh, what if it's not good? It's not good enough. It doesn't look enough like the reference, blah, blah, blah. And so this gets you out of that kind of headspace, you know? Which, it's not bad to try to make things look realistic, but it's just... Also, it can be stifling because it can make you not want to draw at all. It can make you start to have like a negative relationship with art, where you're just trying to make it look as realistic as possible, and you can never quite get there, and so you just always feel like you failed because you didn't make it look like a photograph, blah blah blah. And you know, I think if you look at photorealistic art, the public doesn't really like it as much as we think they do. I mean, they'll press like, right? But if you look at most of the art that people really love, they go, oh, I love that, I love this artist, right? I want to put this up on my wall. It's not photorealistic art. People don't want that on their wall. Maybe if it's like, you know, a cool representation. But for the most part, people like unique style. They like something different. You know, that's why Picasso was really popular. The Impressionists and everything were really popular, right? That's kind of the whole point. So yeah, nothing wrong with the left brain, right? But it's overrated. And we have a whole other side of our brain. So, yeah. Oh, man. Didn't realize her hair goes so much more. I think I drew her neck too long. Yeah, I definitely did. I measured. Sometimes your measurements are just plain wrong. Yeah, that's... I measured from the wrong side of the ear, that's what happened. Oh shit, there's an ant on my desk. Fuck you, bitch. You gotta kill those scouts, you know? Fucking scouts, man. If I leave like ice cream on my desk, like if I'm just eating ice cream and I leave it there, I'll get ants during the rainy season. So I actually have stopped eating ice cream lately because of that. It's not worth it, man. Because if you forget and leave, half an hour later, you got like 100 ants and your ice cream is ruined. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun drawing upside down. It's kind of crazy. I've done it a few times. Like once you do it, like just even a couple times, it'll feel more natural. Where you're like, you know what you're drawing. You know, it's not like I'm like, oh, what is this? It's not totally abstract. It's just lets you be a little more free and loose. So I like it. I think I'm gonna incorporate it as like a sketch, as in like my sketching. You know, in my initial like just mapping out phase. That's what I did yesterday. It was really cool. Just like finding the flow, you know? Like it's so much easier for me to do this when it's upside down for some reason. I don't know, you just... I usually just stress so much more. So... it's just nice. It just feels good, man. That's why I do it. Like right now, I don't even know what I'm doing, you know? I'm just like, what? I just wouldn't be doing this. It might look I'm doing nothing right now, but to me it's a big deal to just be able to sketch freely what I see. It's something that when you start out, you think like, oh yeah, of course, like just sketch what you see. But if you, like, it's weird, like, it's kind of a beginner's advantage where you're like, you're not over complicating it. I think I over elongated the... See, I still want to measure. So I'm measuring with my thumb, you know, the whole eyebally measuring method. So I have kind of my own way of like counting what I'm looking at. That makes no sense. There goes my right brain trying to talk. I understood what you meant, right brain? Let me see. Alright, there's the head. Okay, it was like that. Okay. That was... Wow, yeah, I drew the... But... yeah. So this is kind of like the butt area thing here. I'm not good at it. I don't use the right anatomy words like ever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't have to use medical terminology. That's the good news. Just don't need to do that. This goes more like this. Okay, it has been already 10 minutes. Holy crap, I'm going too slow. Put the leg right here. Go, go, go. Okay, the whole arm is... Wow, roughly the same size as the leg. That's kind of crazy. But her... I was gonna say her second leg, her lower leg is a lot huger than her upper leg. So this circle is meant to indicate the ankle joint. I guess the ankle ran out of space here. No problem. I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but I feel bad for people. Anytime I hear someone going like, I hear about someone going to art school or majoring in art, I just always think, I just go, and I just think, is that the right idea? Like, is that the right way to go? Because, sure, you're gonna learn stuff, you're going to art school, but like, I don't know, just going, especially in college, right? If you're like, oh, I'll major in art, it's like, it just seems like people who do that, they never become artists, you know? Like, they don't take art, it just seems like it's less fun for them, or they're, I don't know, I can't think of like any artists I follow or really like who are like, yeah, I majored in art. Because it's like, I don't know, like, why would you, it just seems like it would take all the fun out of it. If you're like, yeah, I got an A in my art class. Like, what? It's just so weird. Like, that's so creepy to me, like, oh, I'm gonna make art and then the teacher's gonna tell me if it's good or not. I don't know. I would hate that. Like, it would ruin art for me. So that's why I've never even considered majoring in art. I went to college I majored in economics because I knew it would be easy for me because I am pretty good at math. I took calculus in high school. So I'd already taken the highest level of math that we had to do. And you don't have to write papers in econ. And everything else is just formulas pretty much. You just memorize a few formulas. It's actually, at my school, is a pretty easy major, so there was only one class that I struggled in, and I had to take it. I dropped out of it twice because I just got frustrated. I was like, fuck this, I hate economics. But then I realized that it was too late, right? I was in that point in the major where I just had to keep going, or I had to start over in something else. And I already sunk like 3 years of my life into it, so I thought, well, I'll just finish it. But I had no interest in economics whatsoever. I think what I did have an interest in was business. I wanted to, you know, now I'm selling these Poseable low poly heads, and I also sell these are jig. This is a jig. It's 3D printed. It's used in making guitars. It's used for installing tuners on electric guitars, and I also sell those. So I you know, I have a small 3D printing business, and I'm also making I'm designing a case right now. I'm doing a commission. It's a case for like a vape pen that a guy, my friend in Australia, commissioned me to make a case for his vape pen. And I was like, are you sure? Because shipping's gonna be $20 to Australia. So that's gonna suck. Like, and you know, I don't know. I tried to talk him out of it. I'm not gonna charge him anything. I mean, I'm gonna charge him very little. But I made it anyway. So I'm printing that as we speak. One of my printers. I love 3D printing. I think it's like magic. It's so fucking cool. Really hard though, you know? It's like a hobby. Unless you're willing to sink literally hundreds of hours into it and hundreds of dollars, don't bother, you know? But if you're willing to have a small money pit in your life, right? Little one, not a big one. You know, it's not a huge money pit. Then buy an Ender 3, buy a entry level, buy a BQ BIQU printer. Nobody knows what that is. I'm trying to help you guys. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, like when I took the business major and I thought, oh, they'll teach us how to like start a business. They totally did not. And it's funny, when you're young, you always blame yourself, right? Like I thought it was about starting a business, right? Business major. So I enrolled in a class, got there, took the class, and we were learning about huge multinational companies. And I thought, well, that's my fault. I just took the wrong class, right? Like I just haven't found the, because there's so many classes. You just always think, oh, it must be me. Like I just didn't find the right class. I'm so stupid. I can't do anything right. It turns out, no, that's the major. They teach you how to work for somebody else's business. They don't teach you how to start a business. There aren't any classes about that. At least not in my school there wasn't. And if you go to a business, you get an MBA, they're not teaching you how to start a business. Because they think, oh, you can't do that. Or they go, who knows if you'll succeed at that, but we know we can get you a job at fucking Microsoft or whatever. And you can do analysis for them or something. You can be a cog in the machine, no problem. So, that's how the world is set up. It's set up to enrich companies that are already rich by continually grooming new employees from birth, essentially. They don't teach you how to start a business in high school or middle school or elementary school, but they could. It's not very hard. So they don't even introduce it as a possibility. Alright, we're halfway through. I think I'm ready to flip it upside down. I don't even right side up. Whoa! This is so cool. Ha! Oh man. That was really fun. I actually like, see, now I like what I drew. Like, I drew it more how I see it, which is I see her having like this really long leg. So long that it's off the page, but I'm actually going to keep that. I think that's kind of neat. Even though I could go back and fix these leg proportions, I think they look kind of cool. So I'm going to keep that. Also, I haven't drawn anything today. This is my warm-up. It's not always going to be like this on this channel. Like, you know, yesterday, or today, I just uploaded a... I'm going to make this a little shorter. I just uploaded a painting that I did of a cat. It's a commission that my mom commissioned me for my uncle. I don't do a lot of commissions anymore because you have to keep advertising to get commissions. Like, you have to keep painting every day and uploading paintings just to advertise to get a commission. And like, Instagram's not an evergreen platform. I guess I could get them through YouTube. That's kind of why I'm starting this YouTube channel. I like YouTube more because, like, it's, I guess, what they call evergreen, or it's not evergreen. I don't know, but you know, you can, like, people still look at videos that are 10 years old, 5 years old, 1 year old, you know. Whereas on Instagram, they don't show you stuff from a year ago. Like, Instagram's kind of a really shitty platform. Like, it's just pure social media. It's not very good for like marketing or like starting a business or anything, or like advertising. I think it's terrible for all that stuff. So I really have just let it go, and I've realized that YouTube is the way to go if you want to do anything with art. Like, also YouTube Shorts. Like, now that they have YouTube Shorts, and we all see how much exposure you can get with Shorts. So I'm gonna do shorts and stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with this sketch because I drew it upside down, you know, and it just activates a different part of your brain that isn't judgmental. It allows you to just try. It's kind of mind-blowing how easy it is to just, like, how That's all you have to do. Is just draw upside down. And it just changes everything. It shouldn't, right? It's like, why? But your left brain just goes, I don't know what this is, I don't know what to do with it. And so I'm just gonna take a little siesta. Just really nice, just feeling your left brain just shut up for a while. Just stop judging everything. So yeah, it's kind of funny. For a second I was like, wait, I'm still drawing upside down. It's like, no, she's just craning her head back. This is right side up. Yeah, and then you can spend the rest of the time right side up just refining it, you know, making it look exactly how you want it to look. If you're interested in this photo pack, there's like hundreds of her in this outfit and everything on Cube Brush. I think it was like 12 bucks. I think I got it on sale though, but so it was even less. I think it was like 10 for me, but I think it's 12 normally, which is definitely worth it. She looks like especially with her hair, she looks like the girl from Fifth Element, which is crazy. She looks like Mila Djokovic or whatever her fucking name is from Fifth Element, except a little different, if you know what I mean. She looks even better than Mila in Fifth Element, which is crazy. Fifth Element's such a funny movie. People, if you guys are younger, you probably don't remember it, but it's a great sci-fi movie. It's got Bruce Willis in it, and it's just really cool. It's set in a really cool dystopian future, which tons of movies are, but this one was special. It was different, right? It was one of those landmark sci-fi movies that came out. People were like, "Oh, this is good," and it was very influential at the time. And Bruce Willis basically falls in love with like a clone girl who's like a lab-grown woman, which, looking back, it's like pretty creepy. It's kind of like a male fantasy, which is pretty gross. Of like, oh, she's sort of like this foreign alien woman. She doesn't know anything, and I'll just have to teach her the ways of love. And like, it's pretty weird, right? Like, I don't know. She's basically his slave. It's pretty weird, and only men would have the idea to create clones of women in the first place. But that is the direction that a lot of technology is headed, where it's like, what's the end goal here? And men are like, we're just trying to create sex robots. Pretty funny. In America, we pretend like, oh, we're not trying to do that. And in Japan, they're like, yes, this is version 1 of the sex robot. And everybody in Japan is like, cool. Japan's crazy. I would not want to raise a daughter in Japan. Or America. I think if I had to raise a child, but specifically a daughter, like a woman, I would raise her... Canada, maybe? I think I would move to Canada. Nowhere's safe now that the internet exists, though. I don't know. I just... Yeah. Yeah, usually I'm so... Like, when your right brain is active, you're seeing the things that are good about what you're drawing instead of the things that are bad about it. Like, it's a totally different mindset. It's awesome. Highly recommend. Like, what's ironic is that nothing is harder. Like, nothing should turn out worse than drawing upside down, right? Like, nothing should turn out sort of worse. And yet, but whatever you draw, you're kind of happy with what you drew. I actually can't believe this is like I know it's gonna sound like hyperbole, but this is like such a blessing. Like discovering how different it is to draw with the right brain and how to activate it. Like, it's kind of blowing my mind. Yeah, like I'm so glad the guy made that video because I had totally forgotten about that book that I have called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And I think I started to read it and I just got distracted and I never actually drew upside down. But I got to the part where it was like, okay, now you're gonna draw upside down, and I just, sometimes when you're reading a book, it just doesn't hit the same way as a video about the same thing. Like, if it like works better if somebody else reads the book and then makes a video that's way more digestible and uses like common lingo and goes faster and uses like funny memes and shit, right? Like, it just, the presentation of this guy's video is really good. And he uses tons of good examples, and you know, he's funny, and he's a young person. It's just definitely worked a lot better than actually reading the book. So yeah, don't, you know, people knock YouTube, they'll be like, you just learned that on YouTube, blah blah blah. It's like, so like, YouTube's just a video, it's just a video hoster. But I think it's because the word YouTube just sounds so dumb. You know, it sort of sounds like boob tube. YouTube just sounds like doo-doo. Like, it sounds dumb. You know, if Google was smart, they would change the name of YouTube. But you know, I think it's too late now probably. But it's a really stupid name. But that makes it kind of a sleeper hit, right? Like, people are like, oh, I don't go on YouTube for information and stuff. I'm like, you are missing out on a level that is like catastrophically missing out. Like, it's, I don't know where I would be without online videos, and the place to find those is on YouTube. So you gotta get past the name. It's just a name. Like, you can't judge a book by its cover. Like, any video can be on YouTube, like anything. It could be a Shakespearean play. I've literally watched Shakespeare plays on YouTube before. Like, so, but people don't think of that. So, more for me, I guess. More for us, you know. Learned how to draw from YouTube. I'm school of YouTube, you know. That's how I learned how to draw. Everything. Just let the fucking homepage just guide me. Okay, I am closing in on 30 minutes now, so I think I'm gonna be done. This was a lot of fun. Let's do it again tomorrow, you know? Or maybe the day after. I tend to do vlogs, like, I'll film a vlog one day and then I'll edit it the day after. I think that's a pretty good routine. And I'm gonna keep drawing upside down. I think you guys should too, you know? Tell me in the comments, like, did you try drawing upside down? Was it fun? Did it give you a headache? When I tried it yesterday, I felt like my brain hurt a little bit, but today, now that I did it again, my brain's more used to it. Didn't hurt at all. Yeah, once again, you can get this photo pack at CubeBrush. That's not an affiliate link. CubeBrush is a great resource. For like 12 bucks, you can get this pack with this girl. I'm not sure what to search for. Maybe a redhead. I think it's Graphite Studio, Grafit. And then you can get my Poseable Asaro head in 2 different colors. Gray and white, fully posable, $20 free shipping at clouddraws.com. And I'll see you guys soon.